Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube segment, I'm going to be talking about and sharing my thoughts on Major League Baseball, possibly giving the National League the designated hitter as early as 2017. It's a very interesting subject. I mean, I used to write for a homeless paper called The Contributor in Nashville, Tennessee. I was a sports writer for some time. And the article was entitled this or something similar to DH or not to DH. And I opted to DH. I mean, I like designated hitter role because it produces more offense. It makes the game, I think, in my opinion, more interesting. I think when you have in the National League right now, when you don't have the designated hitter role, you obviously have a lot of less run production. I think the games go a little bit slower. They're not quite as exciting to me. I'd rather see a 14-13 victory as opposed to a 1-0 pitcher's battle. I mean, don't get me wrong, many people would be enthralled by seeing two great pitchers going at it and having a 1-0 or 2-1 outcome because some people like to see the more popular dominant pitchers go at it. I understand and respect that. The thing about it is, though, I mean, as far as me, I would love to see the National League get the designated hitter role. However, the problem is you have so many fans out there that still, I believe, would love for the National League to keep things the way they are with the pitcher coming to the plate. And a lot of that builds intrigue with the strategy in the latter innings. Say your team is down by 1 run, it's the seventh or eighth inning. You got your pitcher coming to the plate. Do you put in a substitute hitter and take the pitcher out? If you do that, of course, the pitcher is gone for the rest of the game. And you're really that to me that's what makes it intriguing. I mean, I'm kind of really ambivalent and torn on this, to be honest with you, because for me, as I stated before, I don't have a problem with the National League getting the designated hitter role because I am a fan of offense. There's no doubt in my mind. I love offense better than pitching battles. But as far as for the fans go, a lot of the other fans, I should say, they are in favor of the way things are in the National League, and they don't want to have this change. So, if I'm to say one way or the other, it's kind of ambiguous what I'm going to say. I would say don't put the designated hitter in the National League. I would say not. If I had a vote, I guess I would say don't put it in because I'm thinking of the fan base that is in favor of not having the designated or having the pitcher come to the plate, and it would deprive those people. And I'm trying to think of the other people as opposed to me. If it came down to me, though, I would say yes, put the designated hitter in. But I think because I'm thinking of how some fans might be despondent or dejected over it, over the National League getting the designated hitter rule, because a lot of people have the philosophy if it ain't broke, don't fix it. There's a lot of fans of the National League, I believe, that have that outlook as far as having the pitcher come to the plate. I respect and understand that. The thing is, though, I think it's going to be inevitable. I believe the designated hitter will come into the National League at some point. I don't know if it's going to be 2017, but in the next 5 years, I think it's plausible to think that it will indeed happen. I'm sure you have a lot of people that are one way for this, and then that would like it to be the designated hitter to be universal and to have it in both leagues and just to have some consistency. But there may be some other people that say, well, why don't we keep it the way it is? It's somewhat diverse, having the designated hitter in one league and then not have it in the other, in which people, this way it gives, I think, at least on a subconscious level with some people, maybe they like it, like a lot of people may like it the way it is set now, because they could have their perpetual battles, their debates going on about this. If something were to happen where, if the National League does indeed eventually adopt the designated hitter rule, then there would be nothing to debate about anymore. And I really believe that. I'm not saying that plays a major role in maybe deciding or having it, or why it's taken so long for the National League to possibly get the designated hitter rule, but I really think it may factor in. I think the fans like to have the ongoing debate, and if they put the designated hitter rule in there, well, everything will be consistent, and there won't be really much any difference in a way between the National League and American League. You'll have the designated hitter in both of them. You'll have all the fielders, except for the pitcher, will come to the plate. And I think, I don't know how, I forget how it works exactly, but I think in the World Series, don't they either rotate, either every other game with a designated hitter or every other series with a designated hitter. I believe it's one or the other. I can't remember which one it is, and you have that kind of balance with that, and I think you have a little variety, and I think that plays a role in the grand scheme of things. So to answer, my opinion is, I would say keep the National League the way it is and keep the American League the way it is, because this way you have some fans that are pacified on one end for the American League, then the National League, or I should say regardless of if a person's an American League fan or a National League fan, I should say, you're going to have the people that are going to have been in favor of the designated hitter rule. They still have the designated hitter rule in the American League, and the people that are in favor of what is going on currently in the National League as far as not having the designated hitter rule, well, they would still be appeased and satisfied as well. So my thing is, as I stated before, for me, I would love to see the designated hitter rule be employed in the National League, but if I had to cast a vote one way or the other, because I am thinking of other people, I would say nay, and don't put it in the National League, and just keep things the way they are there. Well, anyway, people, this is Edwin Learnard, and until next time, stay well.